Good morning, students. Last time I was telling you about the methods of heat transfer. There are three methods of heat transfer. The first one is the conduction, then convection, and radiation. Okay. Then today we will discuss about the first one, that is the conduction. Let's start today's topic. It is conduction. What is conduction? It is the flow of heat in the solid objects. In the solid objects. And the solid in the solids, suppose these are the molecules of the solid. In the solid, the molecules are tightly packed to each other. They are tightly packed. They can vibrate at its position when we increase the temperature. They are not free to move here and there, but they can vibrate. Now see, the particles of the metal are fixed, but they are able to vibrate. Sorry, they are able to vibrate. But the electrons are present in the every every matter, है ना? The electrons which are present in them, they can move freely. These free electrons transfer the kinetic energy in the particles from the hot area to the cold area. Is it okay? Now see, when we heat one end of the now yes, here this is the picture which is showing an experiment in which we have to take a metal rod, and at one end we start heating at its one end. Then after some time, this hotness will transfer to the other end also. Finally, it reaches to the other end. It means the heat that finally passed to the last end also. Now, when the molecules of this end, they heat up and they start vibrating, and when they start vibrating, then the vibration is passes, that kinetic energy, due to the vibration, the kinetic energy which is causing that passes from one molecule to another to another, same this energy, heat energy, that this is also passed from one to another to another, then finally it reaches up to the last end. Then this was the experiment which was showing that thermal energy is flowing by conduction. This method, in which there is no actual movement of the particle, there the particles are not moving, they are not moving here and here, but they are passing the energy from one to another to next one, next, and finally the heat transfer up to the last end. This method is called conduction. Is it okay? Now see, when we heat one end of the metal rod, then the particles of the rod at its one end start vibrating faster, and these faster moving particles collide with each other and the neighboring particle and pass some of their kinetic energy, their heat energy, this heat energy to next molecule, then next to next, and these vibrating neighboring particles thus start moving faster and in turn pass the energy to particle further away from the flame. Is it okay? Conditions necessary for conduction of heat. Then there are three conditions which are necessary for heat to be conducted. Number one, two bodies should be in solid state. Then second, two bodies should be in contact or touch with each other. Then third is their temperature should be different. It means one should be at the higher temperature and the another should be at the lower temperature, so that the heat can be transferred from the higher temperature to lower temperature. The next, all the material do not conduct heat equally. Then now see, some have the ability to conduct it very well and some do not have. Then those substances which conduct it very well, or we can say which can allow the heat to flow through them, then they are called the conductors. Example, metal, all the metals, copper, aluminum, etc. And insulators are the substances which do not allow heat to flow through them. Example: wood, plastic, glass jar, paper, fur, cloth, rubber, bakelite, etc. These are the example of insulator. Is it okay? Now one more thing: silver is the best conductor. Silver is known as the best conductor. Now these are some example of the conductors and insulator. Conductors, you can see these all are made up of metals. And insulator, these are plastic, then wood, paper, and cloth, etc. Is it okay? Now next question: why cooking utensils are made up of metals? It's very simple. Why? Because metals are the good conductor of heat, and because they are the good conductor of heat, so that they cook the food easily. Is it okay? As I told you, metals have the free electrons in them, and these electrons can easily move from one end to another and carrying the heat along with them. Next is, why the handle of the cooking utensils are made up of plastic and wood? It's also very simple, because plastic and wood are the insulators, so that it becomes easy to handle the hot utensils, because plastic and wood are the insulator, so वो गर्म नहीं होते हैं, आप उसे easily handle कर लेते हैं, है ना? Then okay, then it's enough for today. Thanks for watching me.